フォーエバースーパー戦隊、ゼニスマン。
On a Friday, April 16th, Mosiah is running late to school because he overslept when suddenly he gets bumped into a pink-haired college girl who's also running late because she overslept too. They quickly apologize to each other at the same time, including that they're fine, leading this to more jinx words that made them laugh. Suiter sees the two as she shouts to Mosiah that he's going to be late like always, making him and the college girl collect their things they dropped before heading off to their own campus. The college girl arrives at her school as she apologizes to her best friend, Kariohama, who calls the pink-haired girl Tiara Nogami, about the accident before heading inside.
レガシー6話、加わるポップ。
Tomorrow, after telling Suito that he has to be with his parents for something important, Mosiah meets up with Izagi to continue their search for the next recruit to form this Reset Universe's first Super Sentai. Although Izagi asks how they will find someone with a favorite music genre, Mosiah doesn't have a clue, but feels like he's not going to bump into someone which would lead to becoming a ranger just like he bumped into Izagi, which makes the rescue service over employees suggest that they should go on patrol around Nostal City to maintain the people's harmony. Mosiah agrees on that as a way to find someone worthy to become a ranger as the two start their patrol outside of the Nostalgia Center where Tiara, Kario, and their friends, Banjua and Diane Mirabel went inside to go shopping. Later, the four head to the jewelry store to meet with the store's shopkeeper who is Kario's mother, who reveals to the four about a rotating golden ring that she found on her way to work yesterday, picking it out of her pocket to be the number 48 Sentai ring. Much to the four's surprise, asked by the four how much it cost, Mrs. Hama reveals it's for free as she gives it to Tiara to keep since the latter's obsessed with magic just like how that ring represents fantasy kingdoms full of miracles. Despite having both Red's tag beetle-looking hero and mecha, Tiara, though wishing it to be a magical girl toy ring, thanks her bestie's mom as she puts the ring onto her index finger before heading out of the store with her friends. After patrolling for hours much to Mosiah's boredom, he and Izagi decide to head back to the center for lunch, where at the entrance Mosiah gets bumped into Tiara again, making the two recognize each other. As the two get back up on their feet, Mosiah sees that Tiara's possessing the number 48 Sentai ring, as the former asks her if she wants to give it to him. This makes Tiara glad for Mosiah's kind words, but decides to keep it because of the ring's motif, as she apologizes to Mosiah before she and her friends leave the center, making the 15-year-old boy disappointed, but Izagi tells him that the pink-haired girl may be a music fan of pop, as he can relate that to be magical. Later in the afternoon, to continue on with their plans while listening to their favorite pop music, Diane talks about what if something happens in reality to be magical that would make Tiara go crazy, that would get her into trouble like always, making Bang to agree with that, although Kario says if it is impossible then Tiara wouldn't complain about it. This makes Tiara pout that she will see magic in real life someday so that anyone can believe her, making her friends laugh until Diane shockingly points to something to tell her friends to look. Despite wondering if Diane is playing a trick on Tiara, she and her friends see that the tower has somehow become twisted before it explodes, as other towers and buildings did the same, much to Tiara's surprise and extremely crazy that magic is real though dangerous as the four ran to safety. However, Tiara leaves them behind to see where the cause of the twisted buildings come from, much to her friends' worry. Mosiah and Izagi witness this magical event just until they see the Moris attacking the people led by Silence with the new Jackaman, Netsurija from Mega Ranger, who have caused the buildings to get twisted as the three aliens of Cloudiz's plan of twisting the earth to cause many casualties. Once the monster's done with the two, who transform to prevent that from happening, the two summon Gosei Unicorn, Yellow 4, Pink 5, Go Pink, and Time Pink to deal with the Moris, while White and Black deal with Silence and the Jackaman by using the Wolf Decaliber 50 and Tyranno Hammer 50 respectively, but get defeated thanks to the latter's twisting power. Tiara heads to where the cause came as she is shocked to see superheroes and monsters in real life, but sees that the people are in fear of this dangerous magic. making her upset by yelling at the two monsters to stop harming the people with dangerous magic, explaining that magic is supposed to be good like a miracle, not bad, telling Tiara that miracles are a myth. Silence commands Zenithman to twist her to die. However, Tiara explains that if she really sees good magic in real life, then she can use that magic as a miracle to protect everyone from dark magic. Hey, Imu sees this from the bass as he transports the Pink Ranger ring and Transinger for Tiara to use against the two monsters. Surprised upon a miracle came true quickly while Mosiah reacts the same that it happened again. Tiara transforms into Zenith Pink of Pulp, amazed upon this transformation before hearing a female tomboy voice from the golden ring she's wearing to tell her to use that ring to help her against those who don't believe in miracles. This makes the third recruit astonished that the ring is magically talking to her as she does so by pressing the black button that summons Papillon, who said those words, along with Kuwagata, who evilly laughs that they're finally out of the ring so they can conquer the world. Although gets hit in the head by the Purple King themselves to focus go up against the Jackman and Silence with Zenith Pink's help. Zenith White and Black help her as well before she punishes Zenithman by using Kuwagata's Ohran caliber to perform the Insect Monarch strike, killing the Jackman for good as Silence retreats before the monster gets reactivated into a giant, making Tiara more surprised than ever. However, focuses on the battle by pressing the yellow button to summon the 10 main Shugods to weaken the monster before combining them to become the Osama Sentai's deity, King Ohran, for the 5 Rangers to pilot, weakening the Jackman more before getting destroyed by the Shugod sword, restoring Nostal City and brainwashing everyone's memory of the attack. By sunset, Kuwagata and Papillon return to their ring as 3 Zenithman are transformed, making Tiara surprised that the White Ranger is Mosiah she bumped into while the Black Ranger to be the security man is Oji himself, as she asks them how did they possess this kind of magical suits and transformation items, introducing herself to want to know if magic is really real beyond fantasy and science.